Hello, we're doing dividing fractions today. We're going to be doing it two ways, modeling and solving algebraically. So the first problem is 2 1/4 divided by 1/2. Our first step is to make the mixed number into an improper fraction. We do that by multiplying the number of wholes times the parts that makes a whole, the denominator. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus the numerator is 9. So we have 9/4 divided by 1/2. Now for the sake of modeling, it's going to be a lot easier if we go ahead and find a common denominator. For this, even though we're dividing, it's still okay to find a common denominator. So I'm going to do 9/4 and then convert this into fourths as well, since 2 and 4 have 4 as a least common denominator. And I did 2 times 2 to get to 4, do the same thing to the numerator. So I have 2/4. Our next step is to draw a number line. So draw the number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And then with the number line, you're going to divide it up depending on what the denominator says. My denominator is fourths, so I'm going to divide each part into 4 parts. So 4 parts there, 4 parts there, 4 parts there, and so on. And once you've got into 4 parts, now I'm going to represent what 9/4 looks like. So I've got 1 part, 2, 3, 4 parts, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9 parts shaded in. Keep in mind, you're counting the space between the lines, not the actual lines. So that's 9/4. I'm dividing this 9/4 portion into 2/4, so into parts of 2. And I'm going to represent that by showing every part is going to be about 2 pieces. So that's 2 pieces, that's 2 pieces, that's 2, that's 2, and then that's 2. So we have 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, 4 holes. We don't have 5 holes because we only had 1 part of the 2 shaded in. So that's going to represent a half of a part. So we have 4½ completed parts. Algebraically, what this looks like, you take your problem 9/4 divided by 2/4, and then you multiply by the reciprocal. So we multiply by the reciprocal of 2/4. So the reciprocal is the opposite, the flipped version. So then we have 9/4 times 4/2, and that equals 36/8. And when you simplify that, you get the same answer. 8 goes into 36 4 times, with 4 left over 8. And again, simplifying it down to 4/2. The next problem, let's do one more together. 1 1/2 divided by 2/3. So again, we're going to change this into an improper fraction. So 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 more is 3/2 divided by 2/3. And again, I'm going to find a common denominator of 6, because they both have a 6 in common. So 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 2 is 6, and then 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm taking 9/6 and dividing that into groups of 4, which is what this fraction says. Take my number line, 0, 1, 2, 3. And this time we're dividing our number line into 6, because that's what my denominator says to do, is to divide it into 6 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. demonstrate, again with my green, showing what 9/6 looks like. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts, but I need 9, so 7, 8. I've got 9 parts. And I'm supposed to divide them into groups of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one section. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another section. And then 1, 2, 3. So our fourth is right here. So I've got 1 hole, 2 holes, and then I've got 1 part of the 4. So I have 1/4 left over. So I have a total of 2 1/4 pieces. That's how I can divide 9/6. Algebraically, take 9/6, multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So 9/6 times 6/4. And 9 times 6 in multiplying fractions is 54. 6 times 4 is 24. And then I have to simplify that. I know that 24 goes into 54 twice. And 2 times 24 is 48. So I have 6 left over out of the 24 pieces. And 2 and 6/24 reduces down when we divide by 6. Simplify. And that equals 2 1/4, the same as my modeling picture. If you'd like to try a few more, I'll make up a couple for you. So let's do 1 1/4 divided by 2/3. And again, these are optional since I didn't assign this for homework yet, but actually scratch it, do this. It is homework. 3 1/2 divided by, let's go 3/4 this time. 3/4. And let's do one more. Let's just do 3/4 divided by 1/2. All right, so there we go with dividing fractions. Homework 3 problems. If you have any questions, we can talk about it in class.